Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. As you can tell by the title, we are back again with yet another review. But before we dive into all of that, I want to welcome back all of my returning subscribers. If you are new around here, welcome to the channel. On this channel, we do release brand new sneaker content just like this each and every week. So if you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. If you do enjoy this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. It really does help getting this video out to more and more people. And if you do want to find me outside of YouTube, you can find me on Instagram under ACS Sneakers. So now all those formalities out of the way, if we now just go ahead and dive straight into the video. So before we do go any further with this video, I want to give a massive shout out to our sponsors, Shoebox. Now if you haven't already seen my previous video, I will make sure to link it above in the cards. But basically the reason we did that video was to show you guys the brand new sneaker wall that you will be able to see behind me. If you yourself want to get your hands on any of these premium boxes, I will make sure to leave a link in my description area below, along with my discount code ACS10. So if you do want to get your hands on any of these crates, do make sure to use my code in the checkout as well to save yourself a little bit of cash. And once again, thank you very much Shoebox for sponsoring this video. So before we do go any further with this video, just like we always do, let's just take a quick look at the Shoebox. Now the format for the boxes themselves don't really change. This is pretty much the format that you'll see with most Jordan 3 releases. So on this 2/3 of the box, we have this all black colour, and then in the centre of that, we have that really nice racer blue Jumpman. On the final third, we have the elephant print, and then if we just take a quick look at the label, which reads Air Jordan 3 Retro in the white racer blue black colourway. Now this is a UK size 9, as you will be able to see on the size label, if that focuses, hopefully it does. And then if we do open up the box itself, on the inside we do have that really nice elephant print tissue paper. And other than that, honestly, there's not really a lot to talk about. The format for the Jordan 3 boxes post 2019 have all pretty much come in the exact same way. Obviously, the colours do change depending on the colourway that's actually released, but in general, pretty much just more of the same. So if we now just go ahead and jump straight into the shoes. So the moment we've all been waiting for, in hand, we have the Air Jordan 3 Racer Blue. Get a good look at it. Hopefully, the camera isn't washing out the colours. The main problem that we do have whenever we do review a white sneaker on this channel is, honestly, the lighting is such a pain in the ass.
Alrighty then.
So I will be including lots of up-close shots of this shoe so you can get a good realistic view of exactly what this shoe does look like in hand. Now by the time you see in this video, this shoe will have already released on the sneakers website, and I do believe that more stores already had their releases. So I managed to get my pair on, I believe, July 10th, and I got my pair through Foot Locker. The release itself was pretty weird. I've never really known for most retailers to actually be releasing the shoe before Nike. I'm not sure, maybe they're having late shipments or if there's shipment issues. So if you wasn't able to cop from Nike, I do imagine that there is potentially going to be an option to cop again in the future, because N's raffle has actually been pushed back, I believe, another week. So by the time you see in this video, there should still be opportunities to cop if this shoe does eventually sell out. But that's not really what we're here for. So what we'll do is we'll be breaking this shoe down section by section so you guys can see exactly what the shoe's made from, and hopefully help you guys decide whether or not this is a shoe you actually want for your collection. So just like we always do, we'll start from the upper and then we'll work our way down. Now the entire upper, for the most part, is done in this really nice tumbled leather material. Now the leather on the Jordan 3, especially when it comes to these GR releases, it's always very consistent, has a very similar texture and feel to what we've seen already this year on the Midnight Navy colorway. And in general, the leather quality is pretty good. I really do like the leather on the Jordan 3s. It's nicely tumbled, so when you wear it, they don't look as bad as just a straight cut of leather. They wear in incredibly well, and the leather just has a really nice, supple, almost plush texture to it. So as far as the leather quality is concerned, absolutely no complaints. And then wrapping right the way around the toe through the mudguard, we have this really nice, clean, plush white leather. If we then take a look around the actual toe box as well as towards the heel, we do have the elephant print. When I first saw the images for this shoe, I'm gonna be completely honest, the elephant print on this shoe was definitely the sticking point for me. Whenever I saw the pictures, this looked very, very dark, and it almost looked like they just completely blacked it out. Now, the reason they've actually done this, for anybody that doesn't already know, is that incorporated into the elephant print on this shoe, they have actually used 3M materials. So if you do actually take a photo of this shoe with the flash on, or if you do flash any kind of light on it, it is going to be reflective. Now, if you've been around my channel for any length of time, you'll know exactly how I feel about reflective shoes.
Lovely jubbly.
So So as soon as I found that out, my opinions definitely did change. Initially, I did a video on this saying that I'm probably just going to let this shoe pass me by. But when I started to see the shots of this shoe, you know, with that 3M popping, there was no way I was letting this shoe go. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm really glad that I didn't, because in hand, this shoe is incredible in comparison to the pictures. For the most part, whenever we see those pre-release images, they never really do the shoe the justice that I feel it deserves. But I feel like that was even more the case with this release. But if we then just work our way into the center of the shoe, now as you can see, we do have these all white flat shoelaces. Now the laces themselves do sit atop this really nice perforated leather tongue. And on either side of the laces, as you can see, we do have more of that perforated material on the eye stays. If we then work our way up the laces to the top of the tongue, in the centre of the tongue we do have this all white leather material, and embroidered into the centre we do have that racer blue Jumpman. Now the style of the tongue that we're seeing on the more recent Jordan 3s isn't actually the same as what you might have seen on some of the OG releases. Now for example, I do have the black cements right here, so I'll just pull these out. As you can see, the tongue on this shoe, you can see that the red on the back of the collar just starts to peel up a little bit. Hopefully the camera is focusing up for me. But as you can see, the back portion of the tongue is just peeling over ever so slightly. Whereas with this new style of tongue, it's a lot more cleaner cut. And as you can see, you aren't actually able to see the back of the tongue actually peeling over. Hopefully the camera focus for that point, otherwise it's going to be pretty embarrassing. So yeah, the tongue style is a little bit different from something we saw in 2018 to what we're seeing in 2021. It's not necessarily a big enough issue for me. The tongue on the black cements, for example, feels a little bit more plush than this, and it does feel a little bit nicer, I'm going to be completely honest. I really do like the tongue, especially on the black cement. Just feels really nice, really plush. But the tongue on the 2021 version and even the 2020 versions, they're okay. It's just not as plush, it's not as thick, and like I say, the actual back portion isn't going to peel up. But other than that, there's not really too many dissimilar features about it, but it is definitely something just to bear in mind. But from there, if we just continue to work our way inside the shoe, now around the ankle collar, we have a really nice pop of colour with this racer blue hit, and then on the sock liner, we have this really nice neutral grey colour. Now the padding, as far as the Jordan 3 is concerned, I always think it's really nice. It feels great on feet, and this is definitely not a shoe you need to worry about when it actually comes to things like comfort. But if we then just continue to work even further into the shoe, as you can see, we have this primarily white insole with that racer blue Jumpman. So when it comes to the sizing for the Jordan 3, as far as I'm concerned, this shoe very much does fit true to size. And as I mentioned at the start of the video, I did go true to size with the UK size 9. Now, if there's any option for you to actually try the shoe before buying, I would always recommend that you do that, just so you can understand the best fit for you. But if that's not really an option and you're looking to pick this up from, say, StockX or GOAT, then I would definitely recommend that you do go with your natural true to size fit, and I do think that that will be the best outcome for you. And then from there, if we work our way to the heel of the shoe, on the heel, we have that pretty standard Jordan 3 heel plate, and incorporated into the heel, we do have that racer blue Jumpman with the branding just underneath. Now, even to this day, no matter how many reviews I've done and how many times I've talked about it, I still get questions as to which shoes will have the Nike Air and which ones won't. Now, just as a quick general rule of thumb that I use, if it's an OG colorway, 9 times out of 10, it'll have the Nike Air branding. And then when it comes to GR, general release shoes like this, it'll have the Jordan Air branding. Now, there are certain exceptions to the rule, and not every OG will have the Nike Air branding. There'll be certain times when it will be the Jordan branding as well with the Jumpman. So it does generally differ from release to release, but for the most part, if it's an OG, it will likely have the Nike Air, and if it's a non-OG, it'll more likely have the Jumpman, and that's probably the easiest way I could explain it. But if we then just work our way down to the midsole, as you can see, we have that really nice racer blue midsole. Towards the heel, we do have the exposed Air unit, and then switching over to the outsole, we have a combination of racer blue, grey and white with the Jordan branding just underneath the heel. And other than that, there's not really a lot else for us to talk about in terms of the shoe, so if we now just go ahead and wrap up the video. So just to wrap up this video, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, in terms of rating, I'm going to give these a pretty respectable 7.5 out of 10. Now, was this shoe a must cop for me? Absolutely not, but I am actually glad to have this shoe in my collection. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the elephant print is still a little bit of a grey area. Yes, it does look better than what we saw on the initial mock-up images and even the press release images as well. But as far as I'm concerned, the OG elephant print style will always be king and it will always still look the best. So that still is a little bit of a grey area. I do really like the shoe. I'm definitely going to be rocking this shoe heavy throughout summer, and I'm really excited to see what you guys think as well. So let me know, is this shoe a cop or did you pass on it? Do make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below. If you have stuck around to this point in the video, I do want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. On your way out, if you could give this video a massive thumbs up, it would be truly appreciated. And I hope to see you all again in the next one.